found he sold belongings starting a few days prior and leading up to this incident. Our investigators reviewed neighbors' security cameras and observed the father pacing outside the residence a few minutes before an explosion was heard. And we believe that explosion was caused by a buildup of fumes from an accelerant inside the residence. Investigators received statements from the juvenile female before her passing, which pointed investigators in the direction of believing the father was the person who caused the fire. The evidence collected corroborates those statements made by the juvenile. Investigators found a gas can in the immediate vicinity of the father, and responders reported a strong odor of gasoline throughout the residence even after the fire was extinguished. We'd like to thank our amazing West Jordan community for their support for the family and for everyone who was affected by this tragic incident.
Sergeant, any idea of motive here as to why?
Our investigators, obviously they're looking into what happened, but we can't know what the thoughts were ahead of time, specifically going into this incident. Yeah.
So do we believe that he got the gas can, spread it throughout the house, lit it, and then how did he get inside? Or do we know anything about how did he end up inside?
I'm not fully aware of what the details are as far as the process once he was inside the residence. What we do know is, like I said, we found a gas can in his immediate vicinity. We know that an accelerant was used inside the residence to rapidly spread the fire throughout the house. Yeah.
Does it appear to be a murder-suicide?
To our investigators and everybody that's been on scene, yes, we do believe that this was a murder-suicide.
Sergeant, had he survived, what charges would he face?
That's a great question. Unfortunately, that wasn't the outcome, and so we would have screened this case with the district attorney's office, and they would have determined what charges were screened specifically.
Next of kin been notified at this point?
Next of kin has been notified, yes.
As far as I know you're not naming the individuals here, but can you give us some ages here? But we are talking about a wife and two kids, his two kids?
From what we believe, yes, we believe that this is a family of four with two juvenile children, one being a female, one being a male.
Can you give us ages?
Until we have the confirmation of exactly who they are from the Office of the Medical Examiner, that's the information that we can release.
Can you talk about any history at this residence?
There has been one previously reported incident to the West Jordan Police Department, and that's the extent of the history.
Incident, domestic violence?
Yes, that previous incident was domestic violence related. Yes.
You were talking about some statements taken by investigators from one of the juveniles there. When were those statements taken?
Those statements were taken upon immediate contact with that juvenile female.
As in July 18th?
Yes.
So again, I guess, Sergeant, just your thoughts. I mean, this is just a horrific crime here. This is a horrific thing to have happen in your city. Your reaction, your thoughts about what's happened?
This is a tragic incident. It's hard having an incident like this so close to home, really anywhere, but especially so close to home. What's been amazing to witness, obviously, is how the community has come together. Like I said, we're extremely grateful for the community for coming together to support the family, to support the neighbors and everybody else that's affected by this, which is everybody here. And so yeah, we're really grateful.
Sergeant, how are the first responders doing that response to this incident, and possibly like Good Samaritan we heard about that tried to jump in?
Sure. I personally haven't spoken with the individual who jumped in to help, and I would like to come back to that in just a moment. Our officers, this is a difficult thing for anyone to see, whether you're an officer, a firefighter, a neighbor, a passerby who's willing to hop over a fence and help this individual. We're all humans, and this is difficult to see for anyone. And we really do appreciate the concern for the officers and the firefighters, and we would definitely like to thank the heroic efforts by the passersby and neighbors who risked their life in attempts to save that juvenile female. Those efforts allowed our investigators to receive statements from her that painted a clearer picture about what had occurred.
Can you elaborate on those statements and what she was saying?
Due to privacy for the family, we are not going to release those statements about specifically what she said.
Has the police been in contact? Did they have other family members in the area, and have you been in contact with them?
So like I said, we did make next of kin notifications, so our investigators have spoken with family members. I do not know if family lives immediately nearby or not, but I do know that our investigators have spoken with family.
The victims, are they all from outside the country, Venezuela or somewhere else?
Again, we haven't fully gotten the positive confirmation from the Office of the Medical Examiner of the identities of these individuals. So I can't comment on where specifically we know they're from or not.
The father, was there any indication of his mental state, or that he was asking for help, or people knew that he was kind of, not very stable or anything like that? Or were there any signs at all that this could happen?
That's a great question. I don't know of any previous signs or information that pointed to the father's mental state prior to this happening.
And are you still looking for more further information from neighbors and friends?
Obviously, if there is more information that neighbors, friends, family members, if they have that, please contact our investigators and provide them with that information. It's always helpful to have as much information as we can possibly get. Our investigators are still working the case, and they will continue to work it until we've done everything that we can and to understand what happened.
Sorry, getting back to the video, the surveyor, or door cam, do we actually see him start the fire, or is it just him using the accelerant, or what do you exactly see in that?
So we believe that the fire started inside of the residence, which is not where the security footage would have been showing. We just observed that individual pacing outside of his residence prior to it.
Any indication where the victims were found? I know the one girl escaped, but can you tell us, were they found in different bedrooms in one place, or?
Yeah, what I can say is that the victims were found in different bedrooms within the residence.
Did it appear that they were trying to get out at all, or they knew at all?
Obviously, we know that the juvenile female was attempting to get out of the residence. I'm not sure about the other individuals inside the residence.
Is there any indication that the individuals died of any other manner than smoke inhalation or fire?
Sure. Sorry, I just want to grab the right wording for you. So we did not observe any noticeable injuries other than the ones caused by the fire.
Do you know how long this couple's been together?
No, I don't know the details of their relationship or how long they've been together.
But again, you don't know if they were here legally or not.
Again, the identity of those individuals, until we have that confirmation, I'm not certain that we know exactly where they're from or any of that information. So
I just wasn't sure if the father was being threatened to be deported or something like that, and he was under a lot of stress or anything.
Got it. Okay.
Any more information about his contact with the work that you alluded to at the beginning?
The only information I know about with his employer is just that he reached out saying that he would be late that day.
And just to remind myself, I apologize, but what time did this happen again on Friday?
I believe around 10:18 in the morning.
In the morning.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Sergeant. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you.